Welcome to Bulls, Beers, and Brawls. As always, Big B here with you. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. We had BKFC return to Canada on Saturday, August 9th. Yeah, back to Edmonton, in fact. Well, just outside Edmonton at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Headlining the card, we had Drew Stuvey. He was taking on Will Santiago. And overall, it was a pretty decent night of fights. We had 10 scraps on the card. I'm going to go through them top to bottom. So we got quite a bit to get through here tonight. So pitter patter, let's get the funk at her. As mentioned, the main event going down in Edmonton was in the middleweight division. We had the 2-0 Drew Stuvey. He was taking on the 2-1 Will Santiago. And let's be honest here, folks. It was the Drew Stuvey show here in Edmonton. Range and accuracy gave Drew Stuvey the first round KO win. I mean, the dude looked untouched. But do keep in mind here, folks, that Will Santiago did come into this scrap on short notice, so respect to him, and didn't really expect to see the best of Santiago with it being short notice. All that aside, though, that does move Stuvey to 3-0 overall in the BKFC. He wants to go on to the States next, as do a lot of the Canadians on the card here tonight. And I can't blame them. I mean, they can't sit around and wait for the BKFC to come to Canada once a year. That just doesn't work. So we got to do a better job. And when I say we, I'm not part of it, but the BKFC has to do a better job of keeping some of these up-and-coming Canadian talent busy. Otherwise, they're just going to lose them to other promotions and other combat sports. The co-main was going down in the lightweight division. We had the 2-0 Super Chad Lucanis. He was taking on the debuting Tim Tamaki. Tim Tamaki was a veteran of various combat sports. He was just making his BKFC debut, so that was a little bit deceiving. Now, with that being said, Lucanis ran right through the combat vet here, Tamaki. 3 knockdowns to the first round knockout, nasty body shots, extreme pace, and on-point accuracy moves Super Chad to 3-0. And he's another one that wants to go stateside. Keep busy. Let's fucking go. The feature fight in Edmonton was also in the lightweight division. We had the 3-0 Hassan Al-Ghanim. He was taking on the 1-3 Zach Pennell. And folks, this one was a letdown. It was just getting started when Pennell appeared to suffer a leg injury. Now, at first it appeared Hassan had clocked him with a nasty right, but in the replay you can clearly show that that right never did land. And I never looked at the leg, but apparently Cyrus is saying it was a leg injury, and it was apparent as well on that replay. Either way, I mean, Hassan thinks differently. Hassan thinks he did pop Pennell with a couple of sharp jabs, but I mean, either way, folks, Hassan is 4-0 now on paper. Like I say, it kind of sucked, to be honest. I was expecting more in that scrap, but here we are. BKFC needs to get Hassan back in there ASAP, because I mean, that was 20 some fucking seconds in there. Took no damage. They need to get him back in there. We also saw a heavyweight scrap go down in Edmonton, as the 1-0 Bodan Kotok, he was taking on the 2-1 Brady Meister. Kotok with the power bombs here. 4 knockdowns to the finish in just 1 minute and 53 seconds into the scrap. Wow, did he look good and fast for a heavyweight. He definitely put some of those heavyweights on watch tonight there. Bodan Kotok moves to 2-0. An anticipated scrap in the cruiserweight division going down in Edmonton had the 1-0 Caden Giroux He was taking on the 3-3 Joseph Creer. Now, Creer's game here, I gotta be honest, it was 100% on point tonight in Edmonton. Offense, defense, head movement. It was all there against the young Giroux. Caden's eyes swole throughout the fight, and unfortunately, it had to be called after 4 rounds. Great performance to get the doctor stoppage for Joseph Creer. Honestly, he might have looked the best he ever has in his entire bare knuckle career. Another intriguing matchup in Edmonton was in the welterweight division, and it had fight of the night written all over it. We had the 1-0 Kamani Crawford taking on the 2-1 Matt Sukalukchuk. Let me tell you here, folks, this was a war in the welterweight division in Edmonton. 5 rounds of sickening shots landed with zero give in either fighter. Crawford got a knockdown and tore through the skin of Sukalukchuk. And in my opinion, that is what made the difference here, folks. Unanimous decision for Kamani Crawford. He looked really, really fucking good. And obviously Sukalukchuk, tough as nails as always. And I would not be surprised if this did not get fight of the night, because in my mind, it was fight of the night. The lone female fight on the card was in the strawweight division. We had the 1-0 Alexandra Delgado-Lopez. She was taking on the 0-1 Emma Murray. And let me tell you, if toughness won fights here, Emma Murray would have taken this one. Relentless pressure from Delgado-Lopez. Body shots, head shots. It was all on display. Delgado-Lopez punches her way to unanimous decision victory. 2-0 now. Another welterweight scrap in Edmonton saw the 1-0 Caden Scott. He was taking on the debuting Justin Kennedy. It was all gas in this one. Kennedy tested Scott's chin a few times, but it was the jab of Scott that ended up finishing the night. Caden Scott moves to 2-0 with a first round knockout. Absolutely impressive stuff out there by the youngster. And what would have been the second fight of the night was in the lightweight division. We had the debuting James Dalzell. He was taking on the debuting Nick Felbar. And it was fireworks here in this one right off the bat. Dalzell was looking good with the clinch and uppercuts, but the power of Felbar is absolutely real. First round knockout for Nick Felbar, just 30 seconds into the scrap. And opening up BKFC Edmonton, we had the 0-2 Adam DeFreitas. He was taking on the 1-0 Skylar Mahler. Now this was going down in the middleweight division. I thought this was a great opening scrap for the card. Both were looking to land big. A well-timed right from DeFreitas, though, ends the night of Mahler. First round knockout for Adam DeFreitas. Finally gets in that win column, and that's gotta feel good for him. There you have it, folks. That was BKFC Edmonton in a nutshell. Now, I do just quickly want to touch on something that I would have been disappointed in had I been able to make the show. We had no David Feldman. We had no Brian Sosha. And they never showed any BKFC fighters in the crowd, in attendance. I don't know if there was maybe a couple. I can't say for sure. But, I mean, these are people that, if I'm going to an event, that's part of the dream for me, is to meet these people and maybe get a picture and all this, the full BKFC experience. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Canada got the full BKFC experience here with this event, and I understand shit comes up and sometimes people can't make it and stuff like that, but I'm just saying I would have been a little bit disappointed not being able to get a picture and meet some of these well-known BKFC characters, right? So Other than that, though, I mean, like I say, a decent night of fights. It was good to see them back in Canada with that small ring of fire. And that's all I got for tonight. Thanks for tuning in here, folks. I know you got a lot of options out there in YouTube land, so don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Till next time, everybody, take care and peace.